Hello everyone and welcome to Barca News. It is July 6, 2022. There has been a lot of movement in the installation of Barcelona with the presentation of Franck Kessie and with Joan Laporta giving us several updates regarding Barcelona's new signings. We have a lot to discuss. Let's begin. Hello everyone, my name is Mo and I created this channel so it could be a one-stop shop for all Barcelona fans where they can come here and get the latest news regarding FC Barcelona. Whether it be transfer rumors, injury updates, post-match analysis, or anything else, you can find it here. So I invite all of you to please subscribe to my channel so you can stay current on all the latest news regarding our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Now we'll begin with the news that Franck Kessie was officially introduced today as a Barcelona player. Now Kessie's day began with him undergoing the medical exams, followed by the signing of the contract, and finally his presentation in the Blaugrana kit at the Camp Nou. Now Franck Kessie during his presentation announced that he had chosen Barcelona over all other clubs, and he also added, "There aren't many players who could say no to Barca. It's the greatest club in the world. I am really looking forward to starting training and meeting all my new teammates. I am ready to do what the coach needs. I consider myself a midfielder, but I'll play in whatever position he wants." Now Joan Laporta also said, "We are very pleased to have signed Kessie because we are fulfilling one of the coach's wishes." Now it's important to pay attention to Joan Laporta's statement because many people have said that Franck Kessie is not a Barcelona player and that he will not fit under Xavi's scheme. Well, with this statement, Joan Laporta is confirming that Franck Kessie was indeed Xavi's request. Now, this was also confirmed by Barcelona's director of football, Matteo Alemany, who said during the presentation that Barcelona have a system where they analyze a player's profile to make sure they will fit in Barcelona before they acquire him, and that Xavi had requested Franck Kessie on his team. In other words, Xavi did analyze Franck Kessie's profile and he determined that Franck Kessie will fit under his scheme and will fit under the Barcelona style of play. So if Xavi says that Franck Kessie is a Barca player, then we have to take his word for it because after all, he is the coach and he knows best. Now, Franck Kessie was not the only topic at his own presentation. Matteo Alemany was asked about Gavi's renewal, and to that he said, "There is an agreement with Gavi and his agent to renew, but until he's 18, we can't register a deal longer than 3 years. So small things to sort until then, but complete commitment with the agent. I think Gavi will stay 100%. And with these statements, Matteo Alemany has put us all at ease that Gavi will renew with Barcelona and both parties are 100% committed to continuing their relationship together. However, Barcelona have not been able to announce Gavi's renewal because they're waiting for Gavi to turn 18 so he can sign the 4-year contract that Barcelona are trying to offer him. So we can all rest at ease knowing that our prodigy and our rising star will continue here in Barcelona for many more seasons. Now during Kessie's presentation, Joan Laporta was also asked about Barcelona's new signings, and to that Joan Laporta said, "We need to activate the second lever to be within the 1-to-1 fair play rule and be able to satisfy the coach. We have various deals done so that the moment comes we can execute them. At this time we still can't sign players. We are talking to players we are interested in so they can wait for us. I am not going to say how many signings we will make, but we do commit to strengthening the squad." Now with this statement, Joan Laporta has touched on something that I've mentioned many times before in my videos, and that is that Barcelona are currently under the strict 3-to-1 rule imposed on it by La Liga because of Barcelona's financial situation. Now this rule states that if Barcelona sells a player, they can only use a third of the proceeds of that sale to acquire a new player. So for example, if Barcelona were to sell Frenkie De Jong for 100 million euros, they would only be able to use 33 million euros to acquire a new player. Now this is a very restricting rule and it doesn't allow Barcelona to sign freely. However, Barcelona are currently working on activating its second economic lever by selling 15% of Barca media rights in a deal that's estimated to be around 300 million euros. And once this lever is activated, Barcelona will be released from the 3-to-1 rule and it'll be placed under the normal 1-to-1 rule that says If Barcelona were to sell, for example, Frenkie De Jong for 100 million euros, they'll be able to use the entire 100 million euros to acquire a new player. And Joan Laporta has also confirmed that Barcelona have many agreements in place currently, and once the second economic lever gets activated, then these agreements will be finalized. Now, Joan Laporta was also asked about Frenkie De Jong, and regarding Frenkie, Joan Laporta said, "He is a Barcelona player and we don't want to sell him unless we have no choice. We know he has offers, but right now we are not selling him." So with this statement, it seems that Joan Laporta is continuing the same strategy. As I've mentioned in a previous video, Joan Laporta made similar statements over the weekend saying that Frenkie De Jong had many offers, but Barcelona were not going to sell him. Now, a few days later, many people at the club confirmed that this was a strategy used by Joan Laporta to increase Frenkie De Jong's value in the market. And it seems that Joan Laporta is continuing with the same strategy, putting pressure on Manchester United to increase their offer for the Dutch midfielder. So Joan Laporta is sending a message to Manchester United that if you really want Frenkie De Jong, that you better bring us a good offer. Now, Joan Laporta was also asked about Ousmane Dembele during Kessie's presentation, and Joan Laporta said, "Dembele is no longer a Barcelona player, but we have made him an offer. They have answered. At the moment, they do not accept it, but they do not reject it either. We'll keep talking, at least for now. If Dembele does not accept a renewal proposal under our terms, he can leave. We have to adapt to the salary structure." So it seems that Joan Laporta was insisting that he will not be bullied by Dembele to increase that offer, that Barcelona's current offer is the last and the best one they will make, and they will not increase it by a single penny. And if Dembele wants to stay at the club like he has been saying he wants to for the past few months, then he should accept the offer, and if he wants to make more money, then he could go somewhere else. After all, the only reason Barcelona has kept this offer on the table is because Xavi has requested the club to make one last effort to renew the French player's contract. And there are several executives at the club that are insisting that Barcelona withdraw the offer. However, Joan Laporta has not done so because he wants to honor his coach's wishes. Now, with these updates from Joan Laporta regarding Barcelona's new signings, we move on to the news of Robert Lewandowski. As I mentioned in a previous video, Bayern Munich want a fixed transfer fee for the Polish striker. They don't want any variables, add-ons, or installments. They want the entire sum up front. And today there was a report coming out of Germany saying that Bayern Munich have asked for that fixed transfer fee up front because they don't believe that Barcelona will exist in a year or two. And this is honestly very, very shameful. Bayern Munich have behaved in a very shameful way throughout this entire operation. Not only have they mistreated their biggest star and one of their biggest legends, Robert Lewandowski, who has won them everything, including as their first sextuple, but now they're also mistreating Barcelona, which is one of the biggest clubs in Europe and one of the biggest clubs in the entire world. And this behavior is honestly very disrespectful, and I hope that after this transaction is concluded, that Barcelona terminate all their ties to the German club, because this is no way to treat your best player, and this is definitely no way to treat one of the biggest clubs in the entire world. Now, from Germany, we go to England, where there are reports saying that Raphinha is very close to finalizing his move from Leeds United to Barcelona. Now, as I reported previously, Raphinha already has a deal agreed with Barcelona. However, there was still the agreement between Barcelona and Leeds United that was pending. Well, now there are reports saying that Barcelona are very close to finalizing Raphinha's transfer to Barcelona, and that once the second economic lever gets activated, then Raphinha will become a Barcelona player. There are also reports that Leeds United have already begun looking for Raphinha's replacement and have selected Luis Sinisterra, the Colombian player, to replace Raphinha on the right wing. Now, another player that's very close to coming to Barcelona is Jules Kounde. There are reports saying that Barcelona have a verbal agreement for the transfer of the French defender from Sevilla to Barcelona, and that once the second economic lever gets activated, then Jules Kounde will become a Barcelona player. But that's not all. There are also reports saying that Barcelona are very close to finalizing the moves of Marcos Alonso and Cesar Azpilicueta from Chelsea to Barcelona. It's reported that Barcelona will pay around 10 to 12 million euros per player, and that once the second economic lever gets activated, then these two players will officially become Barcelona players. Now, of course, this is great news, and it goes along what Laporta said today at Franck Kessie's presentation, that the club does have several agreements in place, and that once the second lever gets activated, these players will come to the club to reinforce the squad and to make Barcelona competitive on the European and the world stages once again. Now, before we conclude today's video, I would like to briefly touch on the Barcelona's exit, because it's reported today that Clément Lenglet is already in England finalizing his move to the Tottenham Hotspurs, and Samuel Umtiti is already in France finalizing his move to the French club Rennes. And these two exits will soon be followed by the transfer of Francisco Trincao to the Portuguese club Sporting Lisbon. So it seems that the exits at Barcelona have already began, and I hope that the club is able to offload all the players that Xavi will not count on next season. Now, we will end today's video with the news that Barcelona have officially announced a new opponent for the Joan Gamper Trophy. Now, as I reported previously, Barcelona were initially due to face AS Roma on August 6th for the Joan Gamper Trophy. However, the Italian club withdrew at the last minute without giving any explanation, leaving Barcelona to find a new opponent. Well, today Barcelona have announced that their new opponent for the Joan Gamper Trophy will be the Mexican club Pumas. It was also announced that the women's team will face Montpellier in the Joan Gamper Trophy, which is the second time where both the men and the women's team will participate. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news regarding FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video, and as always, Peace Barca.